Hello students, Geography, chapter number 6, Manufacturing Industries. We had introduction of this chapter in last video. In last video, we have studied what is manufacturing, what is industries, what are the importance of the industries, contribution of industries in the national economy, and the factors behind planting any industries to any place. What are the factors behind all these things? We all studied in that video. Today, we are going to study about the classification of industries on the basis of different categories. First, we will study these industries on the basis of different basis. First, raw materials, then second, main role, then capital investment, ownership, bulk and heavy of raw materials and finished goods. These are the bases. On the basis of these, we are going to classify the industries planted in India or in any country. First, on the basis of source of raw materials, the industries which source or which raw material they use, they are classified in different. First, agro-based industries and mineral-based industries. The industries which are on the source of the raw materials, they get from the agriculture. They comes under the agro-based industries, that is cotton, wool, jute, silk, textile, rubber, sugar, tea, coffee, all these materials they get from the nature, but the production of the agriculture. And the mineral based industries, they are the source of raw materials they get from the minerals. They use the mineral of the raw materials for the source for their industries. They are iron and steel, means the iron and steel industries, they get the raw material, that is iron or steel, they get from the minerals which we get from the mining, and mining is also a natural raw materials. It is not the manufactured raw material. Okay, the iron or steel, cement, aluminium, machine tools, these industries are based on the minerals. Some of the minerals which comes from the mining, they are mineral based industries. The next one is according to the main role, means which role the industrial product, which role they follow. Okay, first one is basic or key industries. Some of the industries, they comes under the basic industries. Without these industries, the other industries cannot develop. Like supply their products or raw materials to the other manufacturing for other goods like iron and steel, copper and smelting, aluminum smelting and other. Here, consumer industries produce goods for direct use by consumers. Consumer industries means the industries which produce direct use for the consumers. Means two type of industries. Okay, these industries helped other industries to flourish. That comes under the basic industries. The industries which provide direct product to the consumers like us, we use it and finish it, they comes under the consumer industries like sugar, toothpaste, other things are there. The next one is on the basis of capital investment. On the basis of capital investments means the investment of the money on the basis of, if the investment is less than 1 crore, not means small scale industries, we think that 50,000 or 20,000 or 2 lakh or 5 lakh, we invest it and we can get the, that industry will also calculated as a industries. No, the small industries comes under the below 1 crore, but at least 1 crore or something like that. Those industries comes under the small scale industries. then it is known as small scale, run by less number of people, not more people are joined together. Example, Khandesari, Good, Sugar, and all these industries, small scale industries. Good, while preparing good and all, na? That is also great in small scale industries. It is also carried in a large scale, but the capital investment is very less than 1 crore. The large scale industries, the industries which has an investment of more than 1 crore, they comes under the large scale industries. Like laborers are more, and here laborers are more, then cotton industries and other industries, many industries comes under these industries, iron and steel company industries, aluminum industries and all. On the basis of ownership, on the basis of ownership, the industries are again classified on the four text sectors, that is public sector, private sector, then joint sector and cooperative sector. First, let us study about the public sector. Public sector owned and operated by government agencies, like means they are operated by government, the public. Automatically you understand what is this public sector. Public means we and we means government. So whatever the government are operating the industries, they comes under the public sector. The private sector owned by individual or group of people, it doesn't mean that a private sector like big industries, Tata, Reliance and all that, Bajaj, Tisco, it's not possible to carry on by an individual person or individual that. So group of people join together and they make an industries, they comes under the private industries. You can see on the screen many examples are given. Indian Oil, United India Insurance, these comes under the public sector, and Tisco, Bajaj, Dabur Industries, these comes under the private sector. The next third one sector is joint sector. Automatically you can understand this word joint sector means public and private. They both get together and make industries and make profit and make products and gives us. The industries which are jointly run by the state means government and the individuals, they comes under the joint industries. Like All India Limited is jointly owned by public and private sector. Cooperative sectors, the industries are owned by and operated by the producers or suppliers of raw materials, workers or both. Means the individual or the private or the public, they produce or supply the raw materials and the worker get together. Both the raw materials, workers, both the producer of the raw materials and the workers, they get together, both they work together and cooperate to each other. With the cooperation of each other, they run the industries. They comes under the cooperative sector. They pull in the resources and share the profits or loss appropriately. Okay, means if they have a loss, then they can and they have to share. If they get the profit, they have to share to each other. Okay, these industries are sugar industries in Maharashtra, the coir industries in Kerala. These are the industries which are carried by the cooperative sector. Based on the bulk, and the industry is based on the bulk and weight of the raw materials and finished goods. Some of the industries are based on the bulk or weight, okay, on the weight of the goods. Means the industries which produce the lightweight, they comes under the light industries. The industries which produce heavy goods, they comes under the heavy industries. Some industries use lightweight raw materials and produce light product. They comes under the light industries. Light industries use light raw materials, produce lightweight materials like electric fans, watches, sewing machines and all. Then heavy industries, they are iron and steel industries, they comes under the heavy industries. So on the basis of these categories, we have learnt about the classification of industries. Now let us study one by one agro-based industries. What is agro-based industries? You can see in the picture agro-based industries. They are this cotton. This is cotton. Okay, this is called the cotton buds. This is a cotton bud. You can see that they are green in color. Later on, when they ripe, they just blast, and this type of cotton are produced. Later on, it is processed here, and in this way we can get the cottons. And jute industries, this jute industries produces all these things. They are come under this. Cotton textile. The first cotton textile mill was set up in Mumbai in 1854. Children, note it down. The first cotton textile in 1854, it was set up in Mumbai. The cotton textile is mainly located in Maharashtra and Gujarat. Why? As you know that we have studied in the soil or agricultural chapter. In agriculture chapter, we have studied about this. Why the most of the cotton textiles are in Maharashtra and Gujarat. Most of the, not I am saying that all total industries are located in Maharashtra and Gujarat, but most of them. Why? Because availability of raw materials as black cotton, because the black soil is also called as black cotton. Because where do we get the black soil? That is in Maharashtra. You can connect all these things. The black soil is in Maharashtra and Gujarat. That is why the cotton, it is also called as cotton soil, because the most of the cotton is produced in the black soil. So we say raw cotton as black cotton soil is present. Good transport facilities, including port facilities. Yes, here transport facilities, because in Maharashtra you can get the Kandla port, Mumbai port, and other many ports, many ports. Okay, so that is why we say the transport system is very fine in Maharashtra for the cotton textile, and the availability of labor is also very easy because of the population. Okay, in other areas from the Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, most of the labor go from there in the Maharashtra. Good moist climate means for the cotton, the moist climate is very much good, and that climate we get from in Maharashtra and Gujarat. That is, they are the regions. If any question comes that why in most of the cotton textile are found or cotton are produced in Maharashtra and Gujarat, because of the transport, because of the availability of labor, because of the moist climate, and because of the main, last but not least, that is black soil. The next one is main export. Where do we export these textiles or these cottons? That is Japan, USA, UK, France, Sri Lanka, Nepal, East European countries, etc. Cotton textile is produced by 3 methods in India. Cotton textile is produced in 3 methods in India, like handloom, through the hands, okay, power looms and mills. Cotton textile is 3 types of industries are run on the cotton product. That is, cotton textile industry involves ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing, designing, tailoring, packaging to produce ready-made garments. Now, as we know that we flourish the cotton textile in India because we have a fine quality of cotton in India. But before studying all these things, we should know everything, every place there are many challenges, means there are many limitations on in all the industries. So let us study about the challenges to cotton textile industries in India. Scarcity of good quality cotton. Main cotton growing area went to Pakistan during division. When the division was there, main cotton growing area, they went in the place they have captured, or the Pakistan had took. Then we have a lot of old machineries, erratic power supply, low output from labor, means labor do not produce their ability or to produce all these things, tough competition from synthetic fibers. And for producing this cotton industries, processing the cotton from cotton to cotton textile has a lot of timing and their labor and the cost, and this compete with synthetic fiber. They have a they need a less investment, less labor, less processing, and they get the competition more than the cotton. This type of cotton industries we produce. Cotton textile industries are mostly in Muradabad, Agra. You can see here Muradabad, Agra, Kanpur. This is Agra, Ahmedabad, Rajkot, Vadodara. See, Devas, all are only in Gujarat. Okay. Now, let us study about the jute textiles. Jute textiles, they are useful, very useful. They have a lot of competition with the other things like plastics and all, but they are very our natural thing which we produced in our India. India is the largest producer of raw jute and jute goods. India is largest producer of raw jute. We produce the raw jute and export in other countries. There are about 70 jute mills in our country. First jute mill was set up in Rishram, Kolkata in 1859. Jute is used in making rope, bags, carpets, etc. Most of the jute mills are located along Hooghly River in West Bengal. Means, as we have studied, cotton industries are produced mostly in Maharashtra and Gujarat. This jute is produced in West Bengal. That is because in the Hooghly River. Why? Because the raw jute is available for West Bengal. Inexpensive water transport, means they get the water transport very easily. A good network of railways, roadways, waterways to facilitate movement of raw materials to the mill. Very easy availability of the transport. Abundant water for processing raw jute, means the factors behind the plotting any industries they get, that is raw materials, then transport. Next one is transport. Next one is processing. As you know, for processing of jute, the jute plant is dumped into the water for many days. After some many days, a lot of water is needed to dump that plant, or the jute plant is, as you can see, the plant are dumped in the water. You can see the plants are dumped into the water. Okay, and later on they carry it out of the water, and lot of water is needed, abundant water is needed. Then only we can have a jute production, jute from those plants. Okay, so cheap labor from West Bengal and adjoining states of Bihar, means the labor is also very much very near to get, very easy to get, because Bihar, Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, these places have the are having the lot of population, and that is why they get the lot of labor from these places. Kolkata as a large urban center providing banking, insurance and port facilities. Yes, this investment banking facilities are also available for the industrials, so they can have a industries all these, and port facilities means exporting to the other countries jute product is also very easy. But as we have studied the challenges behind jute industries, there are many. Stiff competition in the international market from synthetic substitutions, okay, and from other competition like Bangladesh, Brazil, Philippines, Egypt and Thailand. Lot of plastic work, synthetic fibers are there, and they have the competition with the jute product, and the jute product is also very costly. These are very costly, that is why they face a lot of problem challenges, are many challenges faced by the jute packaging is very hard. To stimulate demand, the products need to be diversified. The main market are USA, Canada, Ghana, Saudi Arabia, UK and Australia. The growing global concern for environment friendly biodegradable materials has once again opened the opportunity for the jute products. Now we are very much aware, or we are very much sincere about the environment. That is why we think of about the this and biodegradable or by environment. For this, the jute production or jute industries are getting profit of this solution. In 2005, National Jute Policy was formulated with the objective of increasing productivity, improving quality, ensuring good prices to the jute farmers, and enhancing the yield per hectare. The next, sugar industries, our favorite. It is our favorite because of the sugar we get a lot of sweets, and so we will study about the sugar industries. Sugar industries. These industries, India stands second as a world producer of sugar. So we eat a lot of sugar. India is the second rank holder in producing of the sugar. India occupies the first place in the production of gur and khansari. Okay, gur and khansari is the first place, but sugar, for the sugar we get the second rank. The raw materials used in these industries is bulky. The raw materials is a lot of bulky. The sugar cane, as you see, we can't carry 2 or 3 sugar cane together. Okay, they are very heavy, so they are very bulky. The raw materials is very bulky. It is the second largest agro-based industry after cotton. After cotton, the second largest industry based on the agro. In 2010 and 11, there were over 662 sugar mills in the country, spread over Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana and Madhya Pradesh. The sugar industries are spread all over country. Most of the mills are near the sugar cultivated areas, but most, because why? Because it is a heavy bulky raw materials. So the raw materials for the sugar industries is very bulky, and for that the production or the transport is very much needed. So that is why though the industries are located near the sugar producing places. Major challenges about the sugar industries, that is include seasonal nature of the industries. It is having the season whole year, it needs a load whole year. Old and inefficient method of production, very old method are there, and efficient, not efficient. Transport delays in reaching cane to factories. we know that transportation delay because of the bulk need to maximize the use of base gas. Sugar industries is shifting from northern to south India. Why? Now, as we know that sugar industries are mostly in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, these places. But nowadays, most of the industries are shifting to southern places. Why? Let us once we refer it because most of the sugar mills were located in these states only, but now sugar mills are shifting to Maharashtra and Karnataka because of the following reasons. Because per hectare production of sugar cane is higher in southern India, and black soil is quite suitable for cultivation of sugarcane. Sucrose content in the sugarcane is higher in Maharashtra and Karnataka. In the sugarcane, the sucrose content in the sugarcane is higher in Maharashtra. As you know that in sugarcane, sugar is produced with the help of the sucrose present in the sugarcane, and that sucrose are mostly found in the Maharashtrian or Karnataka sugarcane. It means more sugar can be produced or less sugar can produce. Mills and machines are new in southern states. New and modern machines increase in the productivity. Crushing seasons for sugarcane is longer in southern states and all that.